Hello, this is Peter Reznachek from ShadowTrader.net and the Weekly Options Room. And today I want to talk about why I think you should be selling puts on Apple. So the way that I approach weekly options is very technical, and I never really look at how much the premium is, so to speak, or what the delta of the option is or anything like that. What I look for are opportunities in the short term where I can sell premium against key support or resistance levels. And you can see that right here, we'll call this like 197.50, just under the 200. There is obviously a key support in Apple. So this is something that piques my interest because the trajectory of the stock is now down, and that means that I want to sell puts because puts are rich. And the reason I want to sell them also is that I have confidence that this support level is going to hold. So I want to put all this together in my favor and be short the puts in that area. And right now, the reason I'm talking to you about this specifically is that it's relatively rare that you get opportunity to sell decent credit in Apple, because mostly it just goes sideways to up, as you can see here. And there's not that many downdrafts where it's worthwhile to sell puts. And how do you know when it's worthwhile to sell puts? Well, very simply, you have to know what the implied vol is of Apple and how it's moving. And for that, we have a ticker, which is VXAPL. And if you look at the VXAPL on this weekly chart, same as we just saw on the weekly chart of Apple, notice where it is. It is now in an area, I would say, where it is elevated. You don't get this chance that often. Usually the vol is more down in here in the 20 to 22 area. And look at the VIX on Apple now is at 33.50. So at this elevated level currently is really when you would want to be a put seller in Apple. So to me, it's a little late for this week. You can see here I already have a position in this same area where I'm short, and that's probably going to go to zero and I'll collect full credit. So now I'm turning my attention to the next week. And where would I want to be? Again, as I was saying, I want to be short around that 197.50 or preferably below. So two of the ways that you could structure, just as an example here, are you could get a very small credit for a ratio that's relatively wide, and this is more of a directional play where you're long the 200 and short the 195, and you would still receive a 16-cent credit for it. But I feel that since it's kind of a long shot that you're going to go down all the way to there and play it directionally, you probably want a larger credit. So to me, I would be looking at a ratio spread like this, which is buying the 197.50 and selling the 195. That's a pretty healthy credit of 43 cents, which at the same time also gives you downside protection in the form of being long the 197.50 put in front of the 195, obviously in a 1-2 ratio, so you're short 2 times the amount. And here, this is essentially the same trade, but structured like a broken wing butterfly, which is not going to take away too much of the margin, but it is going to ease some of the margin, right? Because this one here has unlimited risk on the downside, but this one has this $2.50 here that can be gained, right? And then $55 risk of here that could be lost. So it's really $52.50 of actual risk there. So granted, that's a long way away, but it is going to ease your margin a little bit. If you want to do it as a broken wing butterfly, you'd just be, buying the 197.50, sell 2 times 195, 140. So these are two perfect examples of trades that I would do and probably going to do and will be live official trades in my weekly options room. And if you want to see how I effectuate this sort of thing, you may want to join me. You can take a $7 1-week trial right on our site, or you can check me out at the link that you see on the screen. It's also in the description of this video, which is shadowtrader.net/options. All right, that's all for now, and I wish you all good trading and good night. Hey, this is Peter from ShadowTrader.net, and I just wanted to thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this content, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. And if you'd like to trade live with me every day in my weekly options advisory, then check out the link in the description below. I wish you good trading, and I'll see you in the room.